It is my pleasure to introduce Kalimur from Yukon, starting out with Alex Trend. How's that? Brett Steinberg over here, Tyler Burkich. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure.
All right, so this is your first TV show, correct?
Absolutely.
All right,
it's an
so
honor.
let's make it really good.
Yes.
So you're at Yukon. Collectively, you're kind of juniors, sophomores. Let's start with you, Alex. What are you majoring in at Yukon? What are you doing?
Yukon, I'm studying molecular and cell biology.
Which matches perfectly with music. This is
Absolutely.
this is a departure. So that's your fallback. What are you majoring in?
I'm double majoring in communications and physiology and neurobiology.
That leaves you, Brett.
Journalism and communications.
All right. Now we have all seen that you're the mother of this group, as it were. You're taking care of these two guys. You started out with 4 guys, now you're down to 3. How did you find each other to make this sound?
Oh man, I mean, if you're looking at kind of how we formed our own kind of personal relationships with each other, because that's kind of what happened before the real band was formed. It goes back to freshman year. I was neighbors with Tyler, and so
in the dorm.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We were right
Oh
next
yeah,
to
no, like literally the rooms next to each other. If he was talking to his friends at night and I was trying to sleep, I could hear him in the wall right next to me.
And every single time that keyboard was played, oh yeah, I could hear
So
it.
this could be a love-hate relationship. But anyway, so you said let's jam together, and that's how this happened?
Well, yeah, I mean, really, kind of our first bonding experience was I was playing music for some of my friends, or with some of my friends in my room, and I think you knocked on the door and was just like, hey, can I hang out with you guys?
Yeah.
And, you know, we have different musical tastes, but at the same time, we have a lot of common ground with music, so we definitely bonded with our love for music.
How did you find Alex?
Okay, we have a
This is
mutual
good.
friend.
That's a very interesting story.
That's a great one.
We had a mutual friend that we knew from a while back. Actually, she was connected with Brett, and we went to her graduation party from high school. Actually, yeah, it was a graduation party, right?
It was.
Yeah, and so we went to that party, and Alex was sitting at their kitchen counter. And so, you know, we went over, we small talked for a while, and then like
Small talk.
nothing even really happened. We were just like, you know, typical things like, oh, what's your major? Like, what do you do for fun?
But
You're
here's the
In that
twist.
voice?
Yeah, basically.
Exactly. That's how I talk to people I just met.
And so what did you say to them? I mean, how did you start playing music with Brett and Tyler?
Okay, so this is the interesting part. We said our goodbyes at the party. Didn't see each other again for months.
Months.
Didn't even think about them. They just escaped my mind like any other person you'd see on the street.
Hearing
Yeah,
this first,
Wow.
right? And then
absolutely.
what happened?
But then I saw them perform at an open mic at Yukon, and I was like, holy cow, these guys are amazing.
All right, so the 3 of you get together. You decide we're going to be called Kalimur. What does this mean, and how did you pick that name?
Right. Well, it kind of goes back to me trying. I kind of made a hobby out of trying to figure out like what a cool band name would be,
And it's Kalimur.
Yes. So basically, I got fed up with trying to put actual words together because everything's taken and everything's kind of, you know, I don't find inspiration anymore because there's already so much taken, you know. And so I thought, why don't I try to create a word that, you know, is kind of new and fresh and unique. And isn't there, you know, out there in the mix of all these other artists.
Does it mean anything?
Inherently, no.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool thing. Like, you know, he texted me one day with it and was like, oh, hey, what do you think of Kalimur for the band name? I was like, all right. So, like, inherently, like, it doesn't really have a definition, but the cool thing about it is, you know, we are the definition. You know, when you think of Kalimur, you think of, you know, us. You think of the music that we created, the interactions we have with our fans, like, all those things will end up defining Kalimur, and so that's why it was really cool.
Now, you're all from Connecticut, is this
That's
correct?
right.
And so we've established how you've set things up. Who starts to shoot the music videos for Kalimur? How does this happen?
Tyler's got a little handheld camera.
I actually went to we were talking about, you know, we really wanted to release a music video. You know, it's a great way to get the word out about, you know, your
Well, you
songs.
look official when you do that.
Thank you very much. But yeah, so I mean, that was kind of the next step once we had, you know, some of our music recorded, and I went to my mother, and I was like, hey Mom, do you happen to have a camera? And she was like, maybe, and she, you know, dug through like the back confines of her closet and like all these wedding photos, and then there was a camcorder there that was pretty good quality. And so our first music video, Shadows, me and Brett and I just went up to Boston, drove up and filmed the sites, filmed him singing in the middle of the road.
And you used Connecticut too, as
Yeah,
well.
We did. Well, it was kind of the trip up to Boston
Yeah.
that took a lot of the footage.
I kind of got that. So, you know, as luck would have it, we have that video. So let's take a look at it.
Awesome.
Hitting the highway, tracks. Forget what they say about taking the beaten path. Haunted by memories, confronting shadows of my past. Every moment's a chance to live without regret. Every morning you rise to make sense of all the noise. I'm not running from all my fears and all my worries. I just wanna feel what it means to be alive. What will I become as the winding road gets blurry? They try to conceal what I find to reveal.
All right, that's pretty awesome. You're driving, you know, all the way up to Boston. How did you come up with that video?
I mean, the idea of the song is kind of, you know, just escaping kind of the monotonous nature of how life can be sometimes and kind of just, you know, celebrating, you know, the small moments in life. And I think this is what the trip was all about.
So this lays the groundwork for the band that's starting. What are people telling you about your sound? What is your sound? I'm going to go to the biologist here, the
boy.
scientist. What's the sound?
I don't.
Is it rock?
It's a little bit of rock. It's a little bit poppy.
Yeah.
And who writes the lyrics?
It's actually a really like a group effort between all of us.
Any fights involved in that at all?
No, actually, what's really cool about the group dynamic is we're all pretty brutally honest with each other.
And you can handle that. That's good.
Most of the time.
Who writes the melodies? I mean, do you start and say,
Ooh.
hey, I like this. What do you guys think?
Really, the master melody writer is Brett.
Yeah.
He seems to. It's kind of a what did you call it? Intuitive. Writing melodies is intuitive.
Alex and I were actually talking about what kind of going into a song, you know, what does it take? And I think for lyrics, you know, it could take kind of practice with, you know, maybe writing poetry and kind of going through that. And of course, writing, you know, melodies and any sort of melodic material also takes practice, but I think there's kind of an intuitive nature to writing, and I think that, you know, you also kind of just gain that through writing a lot. You kind of.
So girlfriends should be careful because you might be like Taylor Swift and write about them, right?
Boy.
So let's talk about, do you have any musical background at all, Alex, in your family?
Yes, quite a bit actually. My uncle plays lead guitar in Nashville for a lot of different groups.
For Taylor Swift, you said? Who else?
He's played for her, James Otto, several other names.
And what's his name?
His name's Sean Byrne, and yeah, he's really been my inspiration.
Okay, anybody else in the family musically inclined?
My mother, my grandfather, but nobody as much as he is.
Okay, how about you, Tyler?
My mother is a fantastic singer. She's never done anything, you know, professionally, but she's very good. My dad kind of lacks in the department.
That's okay, we can't have everything.
Yeah, and my sister sounds great in the shower.
Okay,
like, you know,
well.
every now and then you'll overhear it and you'll be like, is there an angel in the home? But she's
She's
too
gonna
shy to
love
bring it
hearing
out.
that. Brett, in your family?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on the same boat as Tyler. My mom's side of the family, even like my grandpa, I mean, he has a beautiful voice. Doesn't sing too often, but he has a beautiful voice. My mom plays piano, and she's kind of the one that really got me into the piano in the first place. My aunt Robin, she's incredible. My other aunt Nancy, she plays a lot of piano.
So you heard it as a kid?
Yeah,
All right, so-
my dad can't really sing too well though, but he knows a lot of
Dad's
music.
in this group. So we're going to go on tour now. We're doing some touring. Tell me about that. What are we doing as far as a tour to try to make it?
Yeah, so far we've, you know, it's difficult because, you know, we are full-time students up at
Studies
UConn,
come first.
Studies do come first. So when we were first making the band, you know, we set like those ground rules. You know, he's got a ridiculous science course. We're double majoring. Like, you know, it's a lot of work. And so, you know, we try to play a show every single weekend. And, you know, every time there's an open mic on campus or a cafe on campus that we can play that's having, you know, live music there, you know, we always go to those during the week. And then on the weekends, you know, we hit local places, usually around Connecticut, New York, and things like that. And,
Well, I wish you such luck because, you know, we're going to say we knew you when. So you're going to play us out. Thanks for coming on. This is a song called Gone.
Yes.
Who wrote it?
Actually, I kind of wrote the beginning part.
boy.
Tyler sat down, and like the group dynamic, he said, Love the chorus, absolutely hate the verse. So we ended up reworking it.
What was
And you
there,
said
like
what?
a rap in the middle of it or
Yeah,
something?
Oh, I don't know.
my
You
God.
put rap in the middle
We
of it.
made like a bunch of weird
was a
transitions.
mess.
Yeah.
All right,
but
well,
we-
let's hear it. Thanks so
Absolutely.
much for
Thank
coming
you.
on,
Thank you.
guys. I
Having
really
us, yeah.
appreciate it.
Take us away, Alex.
Start us off, buddy.
Scared on the inside. There's a girl I forgot to need. 'Cause you're gone and I'm here. Forgive me, but I've lost my way. Oh, I've tried. You're someone I cannot erase. 'Cause I'll never let you go. To be forgiven, to lose this burden from my mind. I haven't forgotten all this time. 'Cause you're gone and I'm here. Forgive me, but I've lost my way. Oh, I've tried. You're someone I cannot replace. So I'll never let you go. Cause you're gone and I'm here. Forgive me, but I've lost my way. Though I've tried, you're someone I cannot replace. Oh, 'cause you're gone and I'm here. Forgive me, but I've lost my way. Oh, I've tried. You're someone I cannot replace. 'Cause you're gone and I'm here. Forgive me, but I've lost my way. Oh, I've tried. You're someone I cannot replace. So I'll never let you go.
I made a trivial pursuit, spent one this in. Who is this girl I spent all night kissing? And if one was right here, then who else is missing? Got a little sidetracked to find myself wishing I could find the keys to the door, but it's also a metaphor. Need to keep locked in the grocery store of my mind. Just to save time, I'll skip right ahead to the last ride. The harder we look, the